Alright, so I have created a class called error demo, and these are the classes that we saw under the error, right? These classes will inherit the error class that is available inside the Java Lang package. Okay, so we'll see like no class def found error. Just click Control and open declaration, and here you can see this no class found error is a class, and that is available inside the package java.lang. Okay, and that is extending the linkage error, and this linkage error extends the error class, and this error will extends the throwable class. Okay, so this is how the flow works. And If you're not sure about the inheritance concept, please watch my previous tutorial so that you will be more comfortable when seeing this kind of inherited flows. Okay, and here if you come the out of memory error, right? So this is a child class, and that extends the virtual machine error class, and this virtual machine class is extending the error class. Okay, and this goes to the throwable again, and similarly this stack overflow is a subclass that extends virtual machine, and this extends error, and similarly it will extend the throwable class. Okay, so this is how it is inherited, and we have seen two concepts, right? One is error, the other one is exception. So error or something like it's a serious problem, and the reasonable application should not try to catch. Okay, because it cannot be recovered by any handling techniques, and it will surely cause termination of the program abnormally. Say for example, this no class def found error, right? If you are having some package, some library, if you are using like Selenium jar, and that is not compatible with your Chrome driver, okay, with your Chrome browser, and at that time this kind of error might happen. Okay, and when you come to this out of memory error, this can also happen if this memory is exceeded. Okay, and this stack overflow error, if the application is trying to deeply recurse, then this kind of error might happen, and it will terminate the program completely. Okay, and it's not recommended to catch the exceptions or errors at that time, but we will try with some examples, and I will show how this out of memory error and stack overflow error looks, and also we will try to catch, because just we are simulating that now, right? So we will try to catch it and show how it is being worked. Okay, and let me create a method here, public static void error example. Okay, and first we will see the out of memory error, and let me create array with long data type, and I'll create an object, and here let me pass the length as integer dot max value. Okay, and yeah, so let me create another method here, just to know whether this method is getting executed after the exception is thrown. Okay, we'll keep it as next method, and let me print the line here. Next method is executed after exception. Okay, and also we will have one more line after this one, and I will put next line is executed after exception. Okay, so let me call these two methods in the main method now, and you can see this out of memory exception will be thrown. So we have simulated it for demo purpose, but normally we will not come to know when this out of memory stack overflow or no class def found error will be thrown. Okay, so it is not it is hard to catch those exceptions, but we'll see how to put it inside a try catch block. Okay, for the error scenarios as well. And now if I run this program, you can see it is going to throw an error saying java lang out of memory error, and requested array size exceeds the VM limit. Okay, so now the out of memory error has been happened, and you can see this next method is also not executed, and this next line is also not executed, since the exception is thrown in the first line, 14th line, right? So you can see here. And if in case, okay, so this is common for both error and also for the exception class. Okay, if you want to continue with the program, okay, at that time you have to catch those exceptions or errors, right? Since these errors are serious problems, and it will terminate the program abnormally even if you are trying to catch, right? So let me try to put this inside a try block. Okay, so these two statements, I'm just putting it inside a try block, and we'll catch this using the error class. Okay, so let's give the parent class, or you can put throwable also, that is also fine. And here I will print something like out of memory has occurred. Okay, out of memory error has occurred. Okay, so just we are trying to catch, and so this try block should contain the code that you are writing. Okay, and this catch, right, this should contain the uh, code that needs to be executed after the exception. Okay, so once you catch this exception, you can see this line will not execute because the exception has occurred here, and this method will terminate. Okay, this will get quit, and it will go to the next method, and this will be executed now. Okay, so let us see that one. And if I run this program, you can see the out of memory has occurred. Okay, so now since we are putting inside a try catch block, right, the exception we are catching out, and once this happened in this line, it just goes to the catch block and it executes the um, whatever the code that we have given inside this catch block. Okay, and we are using the error class here. Even you can use the out of memory error class, the same thing is going to happen. There will not be any difference. Okay, because this error that is thrown is of the out of memory type. Okay, but you should not catch it using the stack overflow or no class def found error. This kind of classes you should not use. Okay, and here you can see out of memory has occurred. The same thing has been executed, and the second method has been executed now after catching the error. So that difference you can see it, right. Before previously, once the error has occurred, since we didn't catch that error, it doesn't come to the next method, and the program application stops abruptly, but now it is executing the next method also, right. But you should not use the stack overflow, as I said. Okay, so that does not comes under this inheritance, right. So if I execute that one, see here, but this out of memory error extends the virtual machine error, right. So you can use this as an class to create an object. Okay, so now if you execute, it will work properly. So you have to give this properly, so that based on that it will catch it. Okay, and yeah, and also you can see this is an unchecked type. Okay, because it only caught the exception. It comes to know only during the runtime, right. Before executing it, you will not be able to know that this code will create an exception. So if it is known by the compiler, then it is called as unchecked exception or error. Okay, but error are always unchecked. Okay, and that is done only during the runtime. So this we will come to know when we are comparing with the checked and unchecked exception. Okay, but for now, just remember, error are always unchecked type. Okay, and yeah, so let me change it to out of memory, and I will create one example with the stack overflow. Okay, so let me change this one to an integer return type, and I will pass a number, the parameter, and here I will create a statement where the application keeps recursing deeply, and number into error example into number minus 1. Okay, so this is going to keep on recursing, and here you can see we need to return the number as well. So now if I run this program, right, you can see, okay, so let me pass a value here as 1. Since we have a parameter, I'm just passing the value as 1, and the error you can see here, it gives the stack overflow error, that is from the this class. Okay, from the stack overflow error class, and that extends the virtual machine error, and here it is not catching up the exception now because we are using out of memory error that is not relevant to this error type, right. So just use stack overflow error, or you can commonly give it as virtual machine error or error class also. Okay, so now let me change it to stack overflow error, and if I run this program, you can see it will catch from the exception block, and it is executing the next method as well. Okay, so let me change here as stack overflow error has occurred. Okay, and if I run this one, you can see the same thing is going to happen with a proper error message. So this block will get executed. Okay, so this try catch is the way similar to for both error and exception classes. Okay, so this is how you have to catch it. The class that you are giving, so now this is the error type, right. So we are giving the class as error. Okay, say either stack overflow error or out of memory error or no class def found error, whatever the error that happens, that class we are giving it here. In case of exception, then you have to give the type of exception class here. Okay, and that also behaves in the same way, But as I said, these errors are some serious problems, and that will surely cause the termination of the program abnormally. Okay, in case, as I said, this jar files, when it is not available or when it is not compatible at that time, what will happen? This kind of errors will be thrown, and we will not be able to catch those exceptions. And even if you catch, it is hard to catch those things, right? So definitely, these errors should not try to catch. Okay, and that's it with the error example. And now we'll see some kind of examples with the exception class.